110 hurdles, the world record set by American Roger Kingdom last year in Zurich. At 6'1" and 207 pounds, Kingdom, a native of Vienna, Georgia, runs at times like, well, race car driver Richard Petty, his idol. In fact, he said he wore number 43 because he loved Petty so much. Well, Kingdom returned to Zurich Wednesday night. He won in a relatively slow 13.43. It was a race marred by hurdle crashing. He's in lane 4 in the purple, the kind of race that fits the style of Kingdom, a former football star.
The Zurich race this year, I'm not going to even call it a race. I'm going to call it a battle. A lot of the guys, was crashing hurdles, and that's the type of race that I get involved in a lot.
Many track stars are regarded as fragile, not Kingdom. He's never been afraid to race the best, even if he's not at his best.
I think I do take more risks than the other top athletes, but I guess that's the football mentality coming out in me. When I was playing football, I learned to play with pain, and I guess here on the track circuit, sometime when I'm injured, I learn to run with it. When I shouldn't, I should just sit out and just let it heal.
Before the competition, the former defensive back at the University of Pittsburgh joined fellow athletes on a trip to East Berlin to see the remnants of the wall. Like the rest of us, Kingdom, who will be 28 next week, tried to feel the joy of this reunited city. Roger Kingdom is indeed a happy man. He's going to be a papa. He and Joy Shepard are expecting their first child in just 2 weeks.
Every time I get in the race, I have something to smile at now, knowing that there's only a few more races left and also a few more days left, before I become a father. Now, it's very exciting, and I'm really looking forward to getting there and becoming a dad. I think at this point, I'm really going to be in another foot race after the season is over, because once the baby starts crying, running to change it or running to figure out why it's crying, I think I'm going to be in a foot race with Joy to find out those problems.
But now the focus on beating a tough field over the hurdles. That means beating American Tony Dees. Dees in lane 2, the 6'4" amateur dragster. He's learned to beat Kingdom this year, and Dees at age 27 is building serious confidence. The field, Dees a fast starter, lane 2, Kingdom in 4. In lane 6, Philippe Tourret beat both of them in Monaco this year.
Keep your eye on Roger Kingdom. I've studied his races. If he hits 4 hurdles or less in a race, he always wins.
Fair start, and Dees out very quickly. It's Dees in the lead. On the inside, Courtney Hawkins, Kingdom in red in the middle of the track. Dees, here comes Kingdom. Dees and Kingdom, they're together. Dees, Kingdom, Kingdom, Dees. Oh, too close to call.
It looked to me that Roger Kingdom got him with the lean, but this one's going to be decided by the photo timing equipment.
Roger Kingdom in the middle of the race really picked up ground on Tony Dees, and then it appeared, Craig, that he hit the last hurdle.
He certainly smashed that hurdle. Tony Dees did just what his coach Wilbur Ross tells him to do, though. He was picture perfect over the first 3 hurdles, and that put the pressure on everyone else. Kingdom hit a couple of early hurdles, 3 early hurdles, but in the middle of the race, it was Dees that seemed to be waiting for Roger Kingdom, just like Mark Witherspoon waited for Leroy Burrell. They came up towards the end of the race, and Roger Kingdom still behind, but in control of the race. But boom, he hits that last hurdle and stumbles towards the finish line, and it looks to me that his lean has gotten the race for him right there.
Let's look at it from this angle, Craig, to see the power of Kingdom.
Well, now you can see why they call hurdling a contact sport for Roger Kingdom. He's the lumberjack of the hurdles, as we see him clipping hurdles all the way along. But nobody is better at the end of a race than Roger Kingdom, and that's where he closed in on Tony Dees. He moved up alongside him with a couple of hurdles to go, and he excels at coming off the last hurdle. But he clipped it with his trail leg, and that threw him way off. Nobody could have righted his body. No one's strong enough to get back in the hunt like Roger Kingdom. He leans well at the tape, and I think it's that lean that got him the race.
Kingdom hit 6 hurdles and smashed the last times identical, 13.29. But hold on, Tony Dees, not Kingdom, is the winner. Dees wins it. The photo timing camera right on the finish line showed that Dees' torso was there first. And you look down the track and the hurdles, a devastated area. Courtney Hawkins of the U.S. is third, and with the top 2, our new NBC colleague, former Raider star. Let's go down to Todd Christensen.
We're here with two terrific athletes, one a legitimate hurdler and one an ex-football player. Let's get to the hurdler first, the winner. Tony, must be exciting to win a championship of this magnitude.
Yes, it is. It's really exciting to win the championship. Outrunning Roger is always great for me because, I mean, every time I finish a race with Roger, I'm like, I got through another one with him, you know, because he always finds a way to beat you. He's a great athlete. He finds a way to beat you somehow, and I try to diverse that way of him beating me if I can.
But wait a minute, you know, last year you weren't even in the top 10. This year, a 13-13, you're one of the top 3 hurdlers, and now after beating Roger twice, people have to consider you as being one of the legitimate contenders.
Yes, I feel I am. Let me correct you. I wasn't in the top 20 last year. I was like number 39. Wait on, I wasn't even thought of as a hurdler last year. They was like, they threw this guy in just to see if he can jump hurdles. That's what it was like last year. But yeah, I'm pleased with my efforts this year.
Well, speaking of not even thinking of people as a hurdler, you know, I know you wanted to do what I did. I know you want to be a football player, and you had to settle for being a 2-time Olympic high hurdle champion as well as the world record. You know, if you hadn't hit that 10th hurdle today, you might have had a terrific time.
Well, it was a pretty good race, and I managed to run strong in the middle of it, but I think anticipating running to the finish line with Tony, I kind of hit the hurdle. I think if I had not hit that hurdle, it would have been an excellent race.
As for the accolades that I had mentioned earlier, the 2-time Olympic champion and being the world record holder, it would appear there's not much for you left to do, but yet you continue to come out and compete. Why?
Well, because competition in the hurdles is so tough, and I feel that if we continue to run as well as we've been running, we can make this the premier event, and that's what we're working to do. And I think with making it the premier event, we can add a lot of light to track and field.
Two great performers. American hurdles is in good hands.
Here you go, guys. All right, man.